This kind of works out perfectly though, because this is going up on Friday. Friday F&M starts back up. This is honestly one of the most fun decks I've put together. This is a historic deck, which is the closest you can get to modern on here. I much prefer modern, but at least this is kind of starting to look somewhat doable as a format. But yeah, this is black-white tokens in historic. Yeah, there's a decent amount of stuff that this deck would be missing. Like, for instance, Lingering Souls is a pretty glaring gap in this deck. The closest things we have are like... the closest things we have to Lingering Souls are like Omen of the Sun and Timely Reinforcements, which Timely Reinforcements is very good. Call of the Feast is okay. Doom Foretold I'm not super stoked on, but it's good enough. So we've got 2 copies of Legion's Landing, 4 copies of Intangible Virtue, 4 copies of Raise the Alarm. These are things that see play in like modern black-white tokens. Same with Timely Reinforcements, which is just a really good card. History of Benelli and Omen of the Sun, 3 mana token producers. Unbreakable Formation, kind of a pseudo Intangible Virtue effect, but not really. Final Payment, removal spell. Oath of Kaya, removal, protects planeswalkers. Call to the Feast, makes vampires. Doom Foretold can be helpful. Dramatic Finale can be helpful. Divine Visitation, haven't gone to play it yet. Seems like it would be explosive, but we got Finale of Glory. Again, seems really explosive. Never gotten to use it. And then Castle Ardenvale makes tokens, a couple of lands. And then Bazriket is actually low-key amazing. Ticks up, puts a counter, gives a creature indestructible. I've never used his -2. You're not going to be using it in this deck. But his -6, it combines... It's basically a Cathar's Crusade that fuels itself. It's kind of ridiculous. It only triggers once per turn, but like it's an emblem that guarantees you a 1/1 that puts a counter on everything. It's ridiculous. It gets out of hand so fast. Sideboard, we got D-Spark, Fracture, Silverquill Silencer. I got 3 Fracture actually, 2 D-Spark, 2 Silverquill Silencer, 1 Make a Stand. It's okay. Kaya's Wrath, Kinjali Sunwing to deal with aggressive decks a bit. Teo the Shield Mage. I don't just to give myself hexproof. Protects against some things. This is just to deal with evasive threats, the consume side, and consecrate. I haven't seen much Reanimator, but it's the best piece of graveyard hate I saw that I had. Then 2 Professor Onyx, because why not? And a Kaya's Wrath, because again, why not? Silverquill Silencer, actually pretty good. Like, I feel like this deck is like a bit of a hidden gem. So I'm gonna play probably 2 games with it, maybe 3, depends on how fast they are. I might even be able to do like more than that because, you know, it's historic and not yeah, it's historic and not standard, so it's not painfully fucking slow. So we're gonna Castle Ardenvale on 1 and play a Swamp into, I think, Intangible Virtue is what we're gonna want. Stomping Ground, so this is, I'm pretty sure this is just Gruul aggro. I could hold, I'm gonna hold back the Intangible Virtue and fire off Raise the Alarm. Gotcha. Intangible Virtue is so good. I really should rebuild black-white tokens for Modern. I have most of the stuff now. I think the only notable thing missing is the only notable thing missing would be do I even care about that? If it starts getting close to ult, I will, but yeah, I think the only things I'm missing for the only things I'm missing for modern white-black tokens are like bitter blossoms. Okay, well. Down comes Basri Ket. Tick up, counter, indestructible. Yeah, I'll bash the Royal Scions here. Basri Ket is so fucking good. Let me guess, they're gonna -4 or -3 to take out the creature? Yep. Yeah, that can't feel good. Do I History of Benalia or do I Omen of the Sun? I think I History of Benalia. Or I Call to the Feast. And make one of them a 3/3. This deck gets out of hand. I don't know what I'm playing against. It looks like Teamer Super Friends. It looks really cool. Add 2 red. Ooh, are we gonna see 6 mana Chandra here? Sarkhan the Masterless. Oh damn. Well, I have final payment. I can deal with that. I can even pay 5 life to cast this. Isolated Chapel is the best draw here. Pay 5 life. Goodbye, dragon. History of Benalia. Makes a 3/3. Tick up. Make a 3/3 with Indestructible. I'm just gonna go straight to the face. I'm not super... Yeah, I'm not super bothered. Especially since I can ult Basri Ket next turn, and I don't think they win through that. 16... 20. I'm not dead. Yeah, I should have played Omen of the Sun. Or maybe attacked a Planeswalker. I don't know. Alright, he hasn't picked up Chandra this turn, so he can just do that. Well, I have no problem losing game 1 to this. Because at least it's something cool. If I attack with the... I should have attacked with the other vampire. He creates a fractal. Why wouldn't he just take up Chandra? What does he do? What? Is he BMing or did he not see the line? Cause, yeah, he could have just ticked up Chandra and killed me. Oh my god. Oh, I feel bad. Cause I should not have won that. Oh, I mean, I'll take it, but that's just unfortunate. So yeah, we have a lot of things that deal with that sort of plan here. I'm gonna take out the 3 timely reinforcements, and I think just run it like that. Yeah, I'm gonna run it like that. Yeah, I should not have won that game 1. Just for the record, I think they had a brain fart. They saw something else they wanted to do, and they got that in their head. And then they were like, oh, I need to add mana with Chandra. And then they realized, this hand is really good, except it's 2 swamps. This hand is just really good. Ooh, do I keep the Omen in the center? Do I keep the History of Benalia? Well, I have a Fracture, which deals with a Planeswalker pretty handily. It's a 3rd land, but it's another swamp. We need another white source to cast anything. Fracture deals with Planeswalkers really well. Oh, I'll play that. Do I just play out an Intangible Virtue, or do I... Yeah, I'll just play an Intangible Virtue. Going to Pressure Giant. Ouch. Karn, Scion of Urza. Yeah, you can have a Llanowar Elf. I probably shouldn't give them an activation of Urza, or of Karn, but... If they tick up again, I think I'm good with that. Well, let's play Oath of Kaya. That's 1 Planeswalker down. Now we just wait for Planeswalker number 2. And actually, if we can resolve a Basri Cat... I do wish I had something for the Glorybringers, but... Yeah, they can just attack, exert both, take out both my tokens. Yeah, we need another white source. Phew. And while I'm dreaming, another white source off the top, maybe even an isolated chapel, would be really fucking nice right now. Just because then I can Basri Cat and Intangible Virtue. I am very suspicious of that, so I'm gonna let it through. Yeah, I mean, I am dead here, but... yeah. Yeah, no, they just outright beat me that game. They probably should have won 2-0, but whatever. Well, now we know that they've changed it up. I'm taking out these, bringing back in these. Take out one Omen of the Sun. Cut the Doom Fortolds, bring in those. And bring in... Dramatic Finale. Well, play first. I can go Godless Shrine tapped into planes. I don't have an intangible virtue, which is unfortunate. But Fracture, and I got a nice curve of token producers, and then I have a Timely if I fall behind. Godless Shrine ETB tapped, and then we go planes, pass, wait on their end step, planes, pass, wait on end step, raise the alarm, and then History of Benalia, History of Benalia. Unless we draw a Basri Cat. Intangible Virtue is a good draw. Steam Vent's tapped. Kasmina, Enigma Sage. They might just keep the Bone Crusher back on defense if they're playing out Kasmina like that. Yeah. Does not surprise me. Yeah, I'll swing all at Kasmina. I'm willing to lose a single 2/2 to take down Kasmina here. Because it's not like they can attack with the Bone Crusher. If they play Glorybringer, which they would have if they had it. First Strike Tramp, plus 2%, First Strike Trample, okay. They just go for the loot. More than fair, discard Breeding Pool. Knights I control get a buff. Play History of Benalia #2. Yeah, I'll attack with these. 10 to the face. Gets the Bone Crusher off the table. probably get a -3 here. Yeah. Yeah, had to -3 that. And I think I just fractured Chandra here. So that it doesn't do anything. I could play Legion's Landing and then fracture Chandra. Dramatic Finale isn't a bad draw. Because if I get another land, I can Dramatic Finale, pump my board. Provided they don't Wrath. Provided they don't go land, Chandra, wipe the board. I can take out Royal Scions next turn. Well, there's Glorybringer. So they're gonna deal 6, they're gonna take out my knight here, which is unfortunate. Well, let's play Oath of Kaya. Sarkin the Masterless, okay. Minus to make a token, yes. Well, that's timely. I can't attack, but Chandra Torch Defiance, probably gonna tick up here, because they have a 2-turn clock if they tick up. What did they hit? Gilded Goose? There's no way they cast. They cast the Gilded Goose. They have all their cover. They have all their colors in 6 mana. Could have had a. Ah, yes. Well, that works too. I always forget about that ability. They've decided not to go for lethal again. Yeah, well, I'm gonna hit them with the good game and concede. Ooh, this hand is pretty nice. Got Finale of Glory, Intangible Virtue, Raise the Alarm. Got the Shrine, ETB tapped. I'll just raise the alarm now, just in case. If they don't take Intangible Virtue, then they've never played against a deck like this. What? They took the worst Intangible Virtue. Why? See, because now I can just play this. Now that's down. This is... Do they have enchantment removal or something? Well, they know I have Finale of Glory and an Omen of the Sun. They don't know I have another land. That is all 5 colors. Well, Dramatic Finale. Creature tokens I control will get fucking yoked. Do they have the negate? No, they have Drown in the Loch to deal with one of the tokens. What is this deck? I don't know what deck they're playing, but they've played 3 Tri-lands. So I have 4 Tri-lands. Did this person just get all of the Tri-lands and decide to flex? I could have Finale Gloried. That would have been lethal as well. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. And they -3 on a token. Well, let's play a land. Finale of Glory. X4. Take out the Teferi so they can't leave mana up as easily. And this pretty much says, do you have an answer? And they apparently didn't find what they needed. I have no idea what I'm playing against. I think it's control. I think it's control. So I'm going to take out those. I'm going to take out Doom Foretold's, I think. Maybe. Yeah, I'll take out Doom Foretold's. Silver Quill Silencer seems good. Fracture seems good. And I'll throw in 1D Spark. Okay, this hand isn't terrible. I won't be able to play Bazriket on 3, but I always like winning a game without revealing Bazriket. Because it's a card I don't feel like a lot of people are prepared for. Oh man, I feel bad. I love this person's mana base so much. Well, they're reading Silver Quill Silencer, they're reading Bazriket. I'd be surprised if they see Bazriket and don't take it. It's definitely between Bazriket or the Silencer, yeah. Honestly, that's probably just because they can see I don't have the second white source for Bazriket. So here comes Raise the Alarm, make 2 1/1s. Dramatic Finale is an excellent draw. The one of that I literally never saw before today, coming up twice. Well, Deputy Detention, that would be a good draw. And then I bring in Omen of the Sun. And then I lay down that, and then I lay down that, and then I swing. And the next turn I can Intangible Virtue. Niv Mizzet Reborn. This explains the mana base. Well then. Call to the Feast. I hope to draw a white source to play double Intangible Virtue and go for the big swing. Well, now I assume they just take Bazriket. Yeah. Because they can counter 1 Intangible Virtue and they know I can't cast 2. Deafening Clarion. I take 6. Castle Ardenvale, huh? Well, play Castle Ardenvale. It's a 2 of, and I drew both of them. They can Teferi. They probably have me game 2. They did what they wanted to do, and I don't have a way of really stopping them after this. I'll see what I draw. Because I can go Intangible Virtue, and if I draw, like... if I drew Timely Reinforcements, that would be, like, the dream. They let it resolve. I'll cash in the Omen of the Sun to scry 2. Fracture. That doesn't get it done. Let's see what I draw. Lightning Helix puts me to effective 1. Niv Mizzet hits me down to literal 1. Lightning Helix. Alright. Well, now we know what we're up against. I didn't even have Timely Reinforcements in the deck. That's how, Okay, so D-Spark, definitely good. Dramatic Finale, we've drawn it twice. I'm gonna take it out. What else do I want? Professor Onyx, maybe? I don't know, I haven't drawn enough land. That's the thing, in a deck like this where you're not drawing cards, having a lot of land makes sense. It makes it a little more painful when you get flooded, but it means you're more likely to draw the cards you need when you need them. Alright, I'll play first. Yeah, I can keep this. Ideally, I'd have another land, but yeah, one thing I'm not used to is the new mulligan rule, or quote unquote new mulligan rule, making mulligans a little more friendlier. Oh, there's the land right there. Yeah, I'm used to mulligans being this thing that's just like, you want to avoid taking them like as best you can. Ooh, Jobin's Veto. That's why it pays to have an instant speed source of tokens. So then I can slam my History of Benelia. Expressive Iteration, digging for a land. But yeah, I'm used to Vancouver Mulligan as opposed to London Mulligan. And yeah, I'm very much used to having to go down to 6, 5, etc. I'm not used to having to, or I'm not used to drawing 7. Just because that rule got brought in kind of as I stepped away from Magic. I'm hitting them for 14? Did they just helix a token here? I think they have to. The chance of them being dead is just way too high. Well, I'll raise the no, I won't. Not yet. I'll do that at the end of their turn. And Well, the Helix a token. I could have saved the token, but I'd rather play this Raise the Alarm. I should have played the Raise the Alarm in response to try to bait out the counterspell there. I can make it 9 damage and put them dead on board. Which means they pretty much need a board wipe here. I win. That's GG. Because Oath of Kai. They got a nifty little draw 3, play a tap land. Ooh, that is a diamond, and I'm at the bottom of platinum. This is a terrible hand. 2 plains, 3 swamps, 2 spells that don't really do a whole lot. So I'm guessing they're playing some sort of night stack. I don't have any good emotes. Sacred Foundry. Yep. That's not a knight. Well, the jig is going to be up here. And then I can Omen of the Sun at instant speed next turn. Or oh no. Oh, I can timely. Never mind. I cannot timely. There's no way they do this. See this hand and don't take timely reinforcements. There's just no way. Yep. Well, I can't ambush them anymore. So I'm just gonna play it. I think next turn I play the Doom Foretold, and then turn after that I can go timely reinforcements. I'm okay with this. Yeah, discard a land. Showdown of the Scalds. Nothing too great. They only have 1 card in hand. Ooh, I could do this and hit that and go for that. You might just let it die though. Yeah, I'll stick with my gut. Doom Foretold. Makes them sacrifice something. Even if it's just Showdown of the Scalds, that slows them down. There goes the Elite Spellbinder. I'm fine with that. They can cast Plus that. And I have 2 cards in hand. I love how like so many of their cards are so fancy. And then they've just got Dauntless Bodyguard and Showdown on the Skulls. Not fancy at all. Set that. Yeah, here comes timely reinforcements. I go to 10. Make 3 2/2s. Okay. I see. Well, I'm not going to reveal any more to them. I don't have anything that can stop them. So take that out. Take these out, I think. Bring in those. Kinjali's Sunwing doesn't really do much. Kaya's Wrath, sure. That, pretty decent. These, pretty decent. Take out that and that. Because if the game goes long, we win anyway. So I don't really need to bring in something like that. One thing I don't understand is why there isn't a good luck, have fun. It seems like just the natural thing to have. Oh, this hand is good. I'll keep it. Because I can go 1, 2. Thraven Inspector, okay. Good card, I like it. I'm not gonna block. I'm not gonna block it because it's a 1/1. Land. Okay, yep, that's something that's gotta go. That art is really sick too. Yeah, that's a smart card to bring in against my deck. Like gonna cancel. What I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna block. Not too bothered about that. Well, Intangible Virtue, I think, is probably the best pick for them. Just because I have 2 Omen on the Sun. History of Vanilla isn't bad. Okay, wow, yeah, they're apparently psychic. Well, I'm going to play the Intangible Virtue, and I'm going to attack. I'll just jam into the red zone with my 2/2. And now their Thraven Inspector is stonewalled. Aurelia, Exemplar of Justice. Damn, this deck is sweet. Choosing Aurelia, yep. Then Aurelia triggers. Early Spellbinder. I take another 5. I mean, I can survive one more turn without anything massive. I mean, might as well attack with the dorks. Because that, if they let that through, it does make my next attack lethal. Plus, Professor Onyx does deal with 1 threat if I draw a land. That is a good draw. Yeah, this deck is fucking sweet. And this person has some pretty fucking sick cards to go with it too. Take 8, go to 1. Well, I'm dead unless I get that. Yeah, that still puts me dead, but at least I get to show off Professor Onyx. I'm attacking for 16. So I mean, like, they do have to block here. But yeah. Good game. Well, that was a good deck to end it on, actually. 1, it was aggro, so it was very fast, and 2, it was a very cool deck. Reminded me of a time when Standard was actually good. But yeah, that was Black-White Tokens. I went through the deck list earlier. You can just pause if you want to see it. And yeah, this video will probably be a little longer. I've been doing like 5-minute videos recently, but this one I'm gonna make a little longer. And yeah, have a good day, everyone.